Arcane Act 3 is finally out. I just got done watching all 3 episodes, and we definitely gonna have to talk about it because everything that happened in this last 3 episodes are greatness. I mean, we're talking about top tier. I cannot wait for season 2. We better get a season 2. Now, I really was surprised because I honestly thought that, like Arcane was going to be about, of course, Jinx and Vi and their relationship and kind of what led down to all these characters going down a different path. And I thought that, Arcane was going to be it, right? It was going to end at episode 9. And then, whenever Arcane season 2 was going to come out, it was going to be a completely total different story with different characters. And that could still be the case, right? I don't know exactly what Riot Games or, what they're planning for Arcane. But as the way that the season ended, I mean, of course, we're going to be going into spoilers. It's a huge cliffhanger, right? We're definitely going to need to see what's going to happen after all these events. And I cannot wait for it. But let's kind of break down my favorite parts of this 3 episodes and stuff like that. And we're going to start down with the Echo reveal. Now, in my last video, I did call that, probably Echo was going to be the leader of the Firelights. And I'm sure, for people that follow the lore of League of Legends, they probably could have seen hints here and there, right? For me, I was just one of those things where, we got introduced to Echo early on in Act 1. And of course, he's gonna be somewhere, right? He's gonna have to show up later on in the story, and that seems to be the logical place. Now, I do feel like, maybe when the leader of the Firelights was on screen, I feel like that dude was way too tall. And, from playing the games, Echo, he seems like a little kid still. Again, no big deal, but it was seen. I mean, you can tell Echo definitely has the drip, and I gotta tell you that Echo versus Jinx fight, beautiful fight. It was awesome. And of course, when Echo pulled that watch out, right, I was really hyped up because I was like, wait a minute, is Echo going to be able to use his powers, right, like his Cronus power or whatever they're called, where he's able to manipulate time and go back in time and stuff like that. I remember Riot, they released a cinematic with that, with his powers and stuff like that a long time ago, and I was like, yo, are we really about to see this right now? And of course, it was too soon. I cannot wait to see that. I cannot wait to see Echo use his powers whenever he gets them. And of course, it's gonna have to be with the Hex tech, right? That's the only logical thing that's going to happen whenever he starts using his abilities. That was awesome. Now, in episode 8, that's definitely one of my favorite episodes. I mean, it just went down in that episode. For one, we're definitely seeing involvement with Mel, right? We know we got a little bit of her flashback as to what she's dealing with in Noxia, and she came over to Piltover, and now her mom is kind of following along because there's trouble ahead, right? There's war blooming in the horizon, and of course, the mother, Mel's mother, she wants the Hextech technology. She wants Hextech weapons. Now, you can just tell, right? You can just tell from seeing Mel's mother. Noxia is a hard place, right? Noxia is probably a hard place to live in. I mean, you can just see the scars that she has. You can definitely tell she's battle tested. She's been fighting for a very long time. And I gotta say, right, whenever they revealed the blade that she had, it kind of gave me Zed vibes, right? I don't know if somehow maybe she's connected to Zed or anything like that, but hey, just the red scarf and stuff like that, it definitely reminded me of Zed. And maybe that's what they're gearing up to, right? Because I see the Act 3, they definitely have some heavy involvement with Noxia. Noxia was being brought up a lot of times. So maybe Arcane season 2, we're going to see more of Noxia. We're probably going to get to meet Darius, Swain, right? Because we know something big is happening over there, and hopefully we get to see that side of the world soon. I'm really excited about that. Now, I also want to talk about Silco because, Jinx, she was really hurt in that fight against Echo, and Silco took her to Cinch, and I was really scared, right? And I for some reason, I feel like Cinch is not as a bad guy as a lot of people think. Like, yeah, he's doing some crazy experiments, but I feel like maybe in his past, he lost somebody that he truly cared about, wasn't able to save, and that's why he's doing all these different experiments. I mean, we see Victor kind of turn to him, and thanks to Cinch, Victor was able to essentially fix his leg, which of course that led him down to a really dark path that caused the death of Sky. Really sad. I really love Victor, right? And I kind of wish he would have got a bigger moment in episode 9 of Arcane. I really wish they would have set his character up for the future. I mean, of course, everything that he's dealt with in this episode, heck, he even wants to destroy the core. And heck, he was even in the console, right? Somebody from the Undercity made it all the way into the console meeting talk about so on and stuff like that. So Victor has definitely come a long way. Now it still seems like he's still weak. It doesn't seem like his illness is 100% cured. I could be wrong about that, but he doesn't look too well either. And again, it could be because of the stress. I mean, he just lost Sky, right? All because of the crazy experiment. So I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with his character Victor. Definitely did not expect him to be one of my favorite ones from Arcane, right? I honestly thought it was gonna be like Vi or Jinx, but just the way that they're telling Victor's story is truly amazing. I really want to see more from that character, and it's gonna go down because that ending, I'm telling you, I am super hyped for season 2, and we better get a season 2 announcement. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to say that, but we better get a season 2 announcement. Now I also want to talk about Heimerdinger, because we haven't seen Heimerdinger in a while either, right? He went into the Undercity, and that's probably going to be his next step. Now I never would have imagined that Heimerdinger would be like in the Undercity, or I guess so on, because I never really expected that to become its own little country, right? That's what they were talking about in the console. So I guess that is going to happen in the future. And if you look at League of Legends lore, then you would definitely see there's Piltover, so on, Noxia, and probably a lot more, right? Again, I'm not the biggest League of Legends lore. I just play the game, enjoy the game, have been playing for a very long time. So seeing all these champions kind of show to life, it was really awesome, right? Especially the Vi and Jace team up, because we finally got to see Jace and his iconic hammer, and Vi of course with the iconic gloves. And I mean, I gotta tell you, that right there felt like a whole freaking like League of Legends game, right? We got to see Jace using all his abilities that he has in the game. Absolutely amazing. I mean, you can tell somebody fed Jace, okay? Because this dude was one-shotting everybody. Somebody fed Jace. It was probably the jungler, but we're not gonna get into that, right? But yeah, that whole scene of course was amazing. All the fights in all 3 episodes were truly great. And now, since we're talking about Vi, we might as well get into the whole Caitlyn and Vi situation, right? Because it does seem like these characters, they care about each other way deeper than a friendship level, right? And maybe people could have, they probably known about this. I don't know, right? Again, from the game, from playing the games, and I've definitely played a lot of Caitlyn, I've definitely played a lot of Vi, and in the game they do have interaction with each other, right? And even if you read the lore, they have interactions with each other. But I never would have guessed that they were probably kind of be liking each other, falling in love with each other in any type of way. Again, I could be wrong, maybe I read the room wrong, but I don't know. To me, it definitely feels like there's a deeper connection in there, way more than what it meets the eye. And I like it, right? I like it. I honestly hope that Caitlyn and Vi, I hope that they have a good ending, because man, after episode 9, I don't know how they're going to recover from this. Now the last thing I do want to talk about, of course, is Silco, him as a villain. I can't even remember the last time that I enjoy a villain like this, especially when it came to like the whole meeting between him and Jace, and they were talking about, look, you can have everything you want, you just gotta give up Jinx. And I was in there and I was thinking, man, like, this is Silco. We have seen Silco in the last 9 episodes. He's been ruthless. He doesn't care about nobody. I mean, he even threatened, what was that police, Marcus? He even threatened that kid, right? And even later on in episode 8, or at the beginning of episode 9, he told one of those other warlords or whatever that for betraying him, he would have killed her kid. So we know Silco is crazy. We know Silco is ruthless. He don't care about nothing. But whenever it came to the point of giving up Jinx, I was conflicted. I was like, yo, is he really about to give up Jinx? That's probably what's going to set Jinx up and completely just break her mind and become like the absolute crazy person that she's becoming. Absolutely just stop caring about anybody. And man, that whole scene in the final episode between Vi, Caitlyn, and Jinx and Silco, it was just beautiful. My favorite scene of all 9 episodes. Just everything in there was so beautiful. The scene, everything they were talking about, and of course, learning that Silco, he would have burnt everything down. He would not have given up Jinx for anybody. And say what you say about Silco, that dude is definitely not a good person. But I'll tell you, I would love for somebody to be fighting for somebody that they love like that, right? Like if you want somebody like Silco, you know, he's never gonna give you up. He cares about Jinx very, very deeply. And I honestly felt that like in episode 7 and 8, you know, we see that Silco, yeah, you know, he's willing to go the distance for Jinx. He was really worried about her when she got hurt, taking her to Cinch and stuff like that. I was really thinking that they were going to set all this up for the final betrayal of Silco betraying Jinx, and I'm glad that did not come to fruition. I'm glad that Silco kind of told Jinx, look, be you, burn everything down, baby, burn everything down. And I just loved it. I love the fact that Silco did not betray Jinx. That to me was the highlight of all 9 episodes. I mean, now I want Silco as a champion. I don't know how he's gonna be able to, you know, be in Summoner's Rift. I don't know what type of abilities. I mean, I guess he can talk to you and kind of make you lose your mind or something. I don't know, but I definitely want to see more of Silco. He was truly a great villain, very, very well written. And lastly, we're gonna talk about that big cliffhanger at the end. Seeing Jinx, right? Like, I mean, you can just tell how crazy she is. She is lost. At this point, I don't believe that Jinx will be able to recover. She's 100% gone. I do think Caitlyn is 100% correct. She's gone. There's no way, you know, Powder is going to be back. This is Jinx, and Jinx is here to stay. And then when she sent that big rocket, you know, her ultimate all the way to the console, it was beautiful. And I was talking to my friends, texting them about, you know, how they're gonna end Arcane in this huge cliffhanger. And, you know, my friend's like, yo, do you remember the Jinx reveal, you know, back like 8 years ago? He's like, go watch the Jinx reveal, and everything clicks. I love it. I love how much attention to detail they're paying attention to this anime, that they literally connected all the dots. It's absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I hope we get that season 2 announcement today, because we definitely 100% need it. Overall, Arcane, I'm gonna tell you right now, a 10 out of 10 for me. Sure, it has its flaws. If you want to dig deep and you want to talk about, you know, I'm sure there's plot holes out there. There's definitely some stuff that you can talk about that is negative, and of course I could do that. But I'll tell you right now, it's been a very long time since I've sat down and wanted to binge watch a show so much. I truly do care about every single character here. I really cannot wait. I really hope we get that season 2. But let me know in the comments what you thought of the final act of Arcane, the last 3 episodes. Let me know in the comments what you thought. And like always, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next episode, because there better be another episode. Peace out. Boom.